I'll be honest, I'm not the type of person who would stick their nose into other people's business. But as soon as I saw Casey Neistat's tweet about McDonald's having a brilliant creative director, I just knew that this is the perfect hole for my nose to stick into. Because as it turns out, 50 Cent and McDonald's were having an affair. Yeah, and out of that affair, they came out with a new McDonald's meal. Really? How is it that no one bothered to tell me? I didn't get the memo. Why is that? I called the head office of McDonald's. They told me they were out of service for some reason, but I hear a person laughing on the other side of the line. Like, okay, it hurts me that I had to find out this way. Usually, if you were to tell me straight or to my face, I would have been okay with it. Like, if you were to tell me that, hey, we want to move to a different direction as of the moment, build up your career, and then we'll sponsor you. But for now, we're gonna settle with this guy. But no, they didn't even give me the courtesy of letting me down gently. It's just nothing. It's radio silence. If it wasn't for my good friend Casey Neistat, I would have never found out. Sucks. They did me dirty. I'm their biggest fan, and they did me dirty. And not to sound salty or anything, but the burger, it's not even that special. It's just a regular quarter pounder with cheese and fries and Sprite and BBQ sauce. That's it. They just rebranded a meal they already had. Like original much? Corporate has no creativity much? Go to art school or something. Or dye your hair green or multicolored. I don't know. Just do something. At least pretend to have some sort of creativity. Do the bare minimum. At least. But I think the best part about anything new coming out on the internet, it's the people. It's always the people's reactions. Because it always goes either way. It's either good or really, really bad. And with the McDonald's meal, it's no different. I mean, just take a look at the replies on Casey Neistat's tweet. The fact that some people of influence use their platforms to promote toxic, poisonous, cancerous food to their audience of young, impressionable minds and wouldn't even bother to think twice? Clown? Lady, chill the F out. Are you vegan? Because you type like a vegan. You know the thing about vegans? Like, you guys like to eat veggies and stuff, right? But didn't you know that grass and leaves are actually nature's pubes? That's a fact, by the way. It didn't come from me. That's a law of the jungle. McDonald's recommends on their website that I get the full Travis Scott meal because it slaps. I honestly don't have a clue what any of that means. What don't you get? It's a burger. There's buns and there's meat. Once you get your hands on the burger, the meat will slap its juices on your face. That's what it means. Do you get it now? Fucking boomer. Lol, no, I haven't eaten McDonald's in years. I don't like it very much, and it used to make me feel sick every time I ate it, so I stopped. I think it is fascinating that their most successful ad campaign in years doesn't actually show any food though. Did not eating McDonald's for years make you blind? It's right there. He's holding a box of a quarter pounder over his eyes. Can you not see that? Hello? What number am I holding? Huh? Can you see? It's a 2. Right? 1 and 2. It's a 2. Now the other thing that I wanted to show you is this article I found on Pitchfork. This tale is titled, I ate Travis Scott's McDonald's meal and lived to write about it. First impressions already, you can tell that the author of this tale just went through a lot in life. Like, it's so deep. There's nuances in that title. There's layers of emotions attached. Like, maybe he's drawing from his experiences of like having a breakup recently or getting that F in his geography class in high school. Or maybe he's drawing out that emotion of pain and sorrow from just getting circumcised recently. It's a lot. He probably went through a lot in life, and for him, getting a taste of Travis Scott is like doing anal for the first time. I ate Travis Scott's McDonald's meal and lived to write about it. Righted by Alphonse Pyre, selling my soul for the Travis Scott meal. Perhaps the most insidious thing Travis Scott has stolen from Kanye West is the desire to be forever recognized by classic American institutions and corporations. Whoa, is that shade? That's shade. He's throwing shade. What do you take Travis Scott and Kanye West for? Some type of OnlyFans thought that exclusively shakes their ass for the great American institutions and corporations? Get out of here. You watch your tone, young man. We don't slut shame around here. This is a whatever fits your boat, floats your boat scenario. If your boat can just so happen fit the entire country of America, then so be it. So be it. Whatever fits your boat, floats your boat. You go to my point? So when Travis Scott began to roll out his new partnership with McDonald's through an Instagram post that'll surely make you feel like you're in a simulation, Cactus Jack is coming, that's what she said, it wasn't the least bit surprising. What does a rapper's soul taste like? I had to find out. So after throwing some shade on the guy, he then suddenly decides that he wants to taste the dude. Yeah, this guy's definitely a cannibal. What's his name? Alphonse Pyre? And he's a writer in the rap column? I see. So he's like a hip-hop savant. Well, do you hear that sample playing in the background? Huh, is that a slut-shaming cannibal type beat playing in the background right now? Well, it's not very lit, to be honest. I don't feel like turning up to this. Inside the restaurant, it seemed like business as usual, with elderly people grabbing coffees and construction workers loading up on fries. The McDonald's employees weren't wearing the rumored new uniform with a Cactus Jack logo. The customers weren't 12-year-olds in their crispest Astroworld tees and Cactus Jack Jordan 4s. And Travis wasn't behind the counter slinging burgers. Dude, this ain't freaking Coachella. It's a McDonald's. You're here to eat and to make the lives of the service workers miserable. Where's all these expectations coming from? I think you need to lower those expectings, brother. Like, I get that you're a writer for Pitchfork and your parents are probably really proud of you. Congrats to that. That's actually really good. But like, not everyone can live up to your colossally high standards. You know? Not everyone is as good as you. Some of us are just born to be failures. And you're just gonna have to live with that. What's an example of a failure? These 12-year-olds in their Astroworld tees and Cactus Jack Jordan 4s. That's sad. That's a sad example of a failure. When I got to the cash register, which was behind a surreally large plexiglass divider due to coronavirus concerns, I had too much self-respect to say, Cactus Jack sent me, or anything else that would only make the cashier's day worse. Let me get the Travis Scott meal, I said, pointing at the poster, already embarrassed. Listen, if you want to do something, you do it all the way. You shouldn't half-ass it. Like, the impression that I'm getting from this line is like you twiddling your hands and being like, can I get the Travis Scott meal? Like, come on. You can do better than that. Mask off. Order like a man. Hey, generic McDonald's employee 647, give me a Travis Scott meal right now. Go in the back, cook it up, bring it here right now. These are $100. Boom. Orders up. You get your meal, and you don't sacrifice any inch of your manhood. I mean, people would think you're an asshole because you didn't wear your mask, and rightfully so. Because you are a fucking asshole if you don't wear your fucking mask anywhere. But at least you didn't look like a beta male cuck. Which is way worse than not wearing a mask, mind you. It's better to go out on your sword looking like an alpha male than going out like a simp beta male cuckold. When I got home, I sluggishly started to make my way through the first McDonald's lunch I've had in about 3 or 4 years by drowning it in barbecue sauce and removing the pickles. Okay, nerd. Can't handle a little pickle? A little tickle in your pickle? Pussy? The Sprite was watered down. I find it hard to believe that Travis has actually eaten this meal himself. Though McDonald's chief marketing officer Morgan Flately promises us that he loves their food. Travis is a true McDonald's fan, having grown up visiting our restaurants in Houston. Sure, Morgan. That's exactly what my girlfriend tells me when she's with her boyfriend. Oh, Alexis? Yeah, he's a true friend. We grew up together. That's about it. After finishing the meal, I could hardly move. I climbed into my bed and stared at the ceiling, trying not to doze off. Not only did I feel terrible physically, I couldn't shake the idea that I was contributing to the machine that justifies selling out as the American dream. I wonder if this is how Travis feels every day. Does he even care? Probably not. But I like to think that he does. Well, do you, Travis? Do you care? Because all he did was fill the pockets of himself and that of Ronald McDonald. I mean, have you seen those thighs? Those thighs are fucking thick, boy. Thick, full of cash. Cause he's loaded. Fully loaded. You see, his best friend is wearing a prison outfit. They're crooks. These McDonald elites are crooks. We're paying them to feed us. Why? Feeding people should be free. McDonald's should be free. They're crooks. Realistically, the purpose of this partnership, which includes a bizarre clothing line, is to help both McDonald's and Travis make steps towards their goals. McDonald's is desperate to humanize itself to a younger audience, and Travis is desperate to be seen as less of a human and more as a brand. It'll probably work out for them both. Whoa, is that a diss? Mr. Alphonse Pirate? You're just jealous you didn't get the McDonald's sponsorship. I get it. I'm a little bit jealous. But like they said, they'd contact me when I build up my career. So I'm not worried. Unlike you, I can tell how jealous you are because I just read your article. You work for the Pitchfork. You know, the angry mob. Nobody likes you guys. I'm kidding. Have you ever seen a Travis brand? That sounds like an underwear company. You know, Travis. Or it sounds like something Shakespeare would say. Gasp! What a travesty! Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I'm not really a big fan of this uninspired and unoriginal meal. They totally missed a chance to make this a Happy Meal. Like they did that and then sold the action figure character of him in the commercial as like the toy of the Happy Meal, then they would have made so much money. It would have been easy money for them. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat some M&Ms, which are way better because they're actually made by M&M. So that's what I'm gonna do. See ya.